So I am back again. Okay, now this shit is hot as hell in Memphis. I literally have my air on, my fan on. I got my damn freezer open, and it's still. I thought my thermostat when I went to go look at it, I thought my thermostat said hell, but it's not set to hell. It's just hot as shit outside in Memphis. So yeah, so now I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite books to kind of give people a chance to kind of get to know what I'm into. So if y'all want to send some gifts, y'all can send me some gifts because I'm a Barnes Nobles type of bitch. So you know, I do love to read and be scholastical. I make up words like Fantasia, so what's up? Okay, so the first book I ever really, well, I can't say I ever really read, but I do remember this book growing up. The Eyes of Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. I really fucking love this book. I also love Zora Neale Hurston. I love all her books. But I really love this book. It's just about the story of this girl, oh my gosh, Janie Crawford, and just her journey through life and love and finding herself, and it really talks about a lot of the issues of like what it means to be a woman, what it meant to be a woman back in those days, and marriage and all that jazz. And yeah, so I do love this book, and this is actually the 75th anniversary edition. So I do love this book. And anytime Alice Walker, the woman who wrote The Color Purple, comments on your book and she says there is no book more important to me than this one, girl, when Alice Walker tells you that your book is bomb. Like what? So yeah, this book right here is by James McBride. It's called The Color of Water. So it's basically about a biracial man. It's basically what the front of the book says. It's a black man's tribute to his white mother, and that's basically what it is. It's a really really good book. He's a young black man growing up in Brooklyn, the projects in Brooklyn, New York, and it's just a really good book. As you can see, I do for some reason I love to annotate. So that blue that you see, I do love to annotate, and it was a New York bestseller, so I do love that book. Let's see. Richard Wright was a really good book that I did read half of when I was in high school. I never got the chance to finish it, but I did tell myself that I'm going to just pick a part of my life. I'm just going to just sit down and just read books. Just read. I used to read all the time, actually. My grandmother was a daycare teacher for many years, and we would go to the library, and I would have to pick out books. And my grandma was like, why don't you just pick out some Genevieve Jones? Girl, no, I'm finna go get some Eric Jerome Dickey, call it a day, and sit down somewhere, you know. But I'm happy that my grandmother really exposed me to literature at a young age, because I used to read like a book in like 2 days, and sometimes a day, depending on how big it was. So yes, I do love this book as well. Let me see. Now this book is really good. So it's called The Hip Hop and Religion Reader, and it's by Monica Miller and Anthony Penn. So I actually read this book during my undergrad career at University of Louisville, where I took hip hop and religion with Dr. McCormick. So if you're at U of L or want to go to college at the University of Louisville, look him up. Look up any of the teachers in Pan African Studies. Dr. Ricky Jones is the shit. He's amazing. Dr. McCormick is the shit. He's fucking amazing. Dr. Story, if you're watching this video, Dr. Story, I live for you. I want to make my whole life about you, so that will be a thing that will happen. She teaches a lot of the women and genders and Black queer studies classes, and she is a beast when it comes to academia. Freaking love her. But this book is really good, and it was a textbook, but it doesn't read like a textbook. It actually reads like something you could actually read throughout the week or every other day. And I actually have read this book so many times throughout college, but now I read it outside of school, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about it like that. It talks about supreme mathematics, Clarence 13X, I think, the 5% way of life, and it talks about all of that. And so I think it's just really, really cool. It's a very eclectic book, and it's very well put together. So shout out to Monica Miller and Anthony Penn. We actually had another book by Anthony Penn for when I took my African American religion class. So this was African American religion and hip hop. I took another class with Dr. McCormick the semester before, which was an African American religion class, and I think the name of the book was like Down by the Riverside, which I also think was by Anthony Penn, but I don't remember. But again, this book is really, really bomb. I also have some other books somewhere else in my house. I have books all over the place. I have the book Push by Sci-Fi, which is basically, a lot of people know that as the film Precious. That film was the adaptation of that book. I have African American literature Norton anthology book that is about 2 or 3 Bibles put together. So I do have that. Let's see, what else do I have down here. I do have some books that I haven't even been able to read yet. I have this book right here. It's by Toni Morrison. Now, anybody that knows me knows I love Toni Morrison. I actually just got this book about a year ago, and I buy so many books because I get them from a store in Kentucky called Half Price Books. And the books are sometimes so cheap that I buy a bunch of them at one time and never get around to actually reading them. I'm more of a hoarder, which is a spirit that I need to break and bind. But this is called A Mercy by Toni Morrison, with her fine, just angelic, just goddess looking stuff on the back of it, just giving you all kinds of I write books realness. Like, bitch, not only do I write, but I can also read your ass at the same time. She's giving you that look like I will throw shade and write a book about you. Write a book about the shade that I threw at you. So yeah, that's a really good book. I also have a book by her called The Bluest Eye, which is about a black girl by the name of Pecola who's trying to basically maneuver her way through life as a young black girl. I don't remember the exact time frame that the book was set in, but I do know it was during a time where segregation was still a thing. Racism is still a thing, and actually segregation is still a thing too in some places, especially down in the South. But basically, it's her story of trying to feel beautiful, and she doesn't feel beautiful because she's black. And I can't remember, but if I recall, she gets a Shirley Temple cup or something for Christmas, birthday, or at some point in her life. And in her eyes, this little white girl, Shirley Temple, you know Shirley Temple, animal crackers in my soup. Dancing While I Know that song, I just do. Anyways, that's who she deems as beautiful. So that's pretty much like her her standard of beauty. And she kind of drives herself crazy, but it's a really good book. I won't spoil it for you, but you should read it. Of course, we all know Toni Morrison wrote the book Beloved, which is also really good, which is also the movie with Kimberly Elise and Oprah and oh man, Danny Glover. Yeah. So a lot of people know that scene where the young girl, and a lot of Toni Morrison's books, what I love about her is that she talks about issues of black mental health, but she does it in such a creepy and haunting way that it makes you really think about it. A lot of people that I've asked who, if they've read Beloved, they always say, yeah, but I couldn't sleep at night, or yeah, I couldn't finish it because it was too scary. And I think the reason why a lot of times it's scary for black people is because we don't really talk about black mental health as much. Everything is cured by religion. Everything is cured by Christianity. Everything is cured by keeping stuff within the black family. You know, the old saying, whatever happens in this house stays in this house. Yeah, that's all cute and all, but that's how motherfuckers is going crazy now. So Toni Morrison does a really good job of tackling a lot of those issues, and I think it's just so fucking cool how she does it. But The Bluest Eye is a good book that also talks about black mental health, and of course Beloved is a good book. A lot of people make fun of the part where she's like, "Take me on the inside." That's not funny. Okay, yes it is. But when you read the book and you kind of study it a little bit, that a lot of that book was really deep. And it tackles so many problems within the black community. So yes, those are most of my favorite books. I do have more books, but they're not my favorite, and so I don't even want to show them to you because I feel like I would be throwing shade at the people. I do love the books, they're just not my favorite. So yes, I hope you all enjoyed this short little video. It wasn't long. It wasn't supposed to be long, but I hope you all loved it. I will be filming again probably this weekend, depending on how freaking hot it is. It's so hot, like I'm sweating right now. My edges are gone. Brows are almost gone. Heat stroke on the way. So I hope you all loved it. Stay tuned. The next video will hopefully be dropping sometime this week. With me being new to YouTube, I do want to make as many videos as I can to give people something to look at, to watch, to laugh at, to think about, to cry about, to throw shade at, to do anything. So leave your comments below of some of your favorite books, some of your favorite drinks, and if there's a book that you think that I might like, let me know and I might try to read it. If there's a drink that you know that I might like, let me know. I might try to drink it, as long as it's not like Clorox, like battery acid. I think I would be good on that. So I'm out, y'all. Peace out. Bye.
Don't let them take your glow. No, 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 no. Don't let them take your glow. Just don't let them take your glow. Don't let them take your glow. Just don't let them, baby. Just don't let them, baby. a spark.